My first impression? Well, if you see it lying flat on a table, it looks pretty much like a camera. It's called the Ektra, and that was also the name of a 1941 model which looked pretty much like this. But flip it over and you've come into 2016, there is a smartphone. So initially, I tested it as a camera, and holding on to this section here does feel quite nice. It does feel quite sturdy, but on the other hand, I've never actually felt like I'm going to drop my usual smartphone just because it doesn't have that. And if you double click this button, then you get a shortcut to the camera. If you tap on the dial, then you get a whole list of the different things that you can do. So you've got automatic mode, panorama, video, manual, and also bokeh, which is a way of being able to focus on something in the foreground of the picture and blur the background. I'll take a picture. And from that point, you can decide how much you want to blur the background. But of course it's hard to really see the quality of a picture until you print it. And built in here to the camera app is some post-production, also the chance to be able to print your photos on proper Kodak paper to get the full experience, and also for the company to get a bit more of your cash. Who is this actually for?
I think this appeals to enthusiasts right through to people who are, let's call them expert photographers, but you're not, even if you're an enthusiast, the best camera you have is the one you have with you, is a very famous phrase. Having this in your pocket all the time gives you that opportunity. But even if you're more sort of at the expert end of the spectrum, you can't always carry around a digital SLR or all of the equipment that's with you.
How would you actually say that this phone matches up to other smartphones on the market overall?
So in terms of the smartphone capabilities of it, it has this Helio X20 MTK chipset on it. This is a deca-core processor. That is lightning fast. It's also media tuned, so it means that, for example, if I take a panoramic photo, typically the stitching, which is really complicated algorithms you've got working there, even with a 21 megapixel image capture, stitching a full 360 panoramic type shot, it will do it instantly.
Then of course you also need to think about using it as an actual smartphone. Still feels quite comfortable to hold, but there is this chunky lens at the back. It's covered in Gorilla Glass, so it shouldn't get scratched. And of course if you sit it down on a table, particularly that way up where you can't actually see your phone calls, then it is a bit of a statement. People are going to notice that, and if you like that idea, if you want to actually make a real statement, you could go the whole hog and put it in its case, which really makes you look like a tourist. You can wear this around your neck, flip your camera in and out of it, and there you have it, your smartphone and your camera, and you may not think that this looks silly at all. And you might be able to put it in the right way round. That's it. I'm ready to go.